Hi guys, this is Sherlock Maintenance. I'm Mark and I'm going to show you how to fix a punched hole in the wall. Right folks, fixing a punched hole in the wall has become a regular occurrence for me. Since FIFA 20 came out, more and more people are doing this to the walls, especially the teenagers. Not had any dads yet, but it's usually mum rings me up and says, Mark, I've got a hole in the wall, I've got a punched hole in the wall. Josh has bought FIFA 20 and every time he loses a match he seems to take it out on his bedroom wall. So it used to be COD used to be the one, you know, Call of Duty, but I think FIFA 20 this year is leading the leaderboard in punched holes in the wall. So if you're a teenager watching this, take note, you may be able to get this hole sorted out before your mum and dad get back. The tools you'll need for filling a punched hole in the wall are a hawk. I really encourage you to invest in one of those. A sanding block, Stanley knife, a jab saw or drywall saw, pencil, 12-inch taping knife, filling knife or putty knife, piece of scrap plasterboard drywall, and some easy fill. Forget about buying polyfiller. Easy fill's a way to go. I'll be doing a future video on that, so I won't go into too much detail about that, but it's one of the best fillers you can buy. Step one, folks, is to make sure there is no wires or pipes in the vicinity of this punched hole, because when we start sawing into the plasterboard, we don't want to catch any live wires or cause a massive leak. All you need to do is just pop your fingers inside, have a good feel around that whole 360, make sure there's no pipes or wiring, because we're going to get the jab saw and we're going to cut this circular hole into a square one. So step two, using a jab saw, you want to just gently push into the plasterboard, just working the jab saw up and down until it penetrates the plasterboard. And then what you want to do is start to saw with these drywall saws. They'll cut through the plasterboard like it's butter, so you don't need to go absolutely crazy. You just guide it and saw. So just do one straight line, take your jab saw out again, stab it, work it in. Step three, folks, grab hold of your scrap piece of drywall and turn it over so you can see the back side. What you do then is you line it up with the square hole we've just cut, and we're looking for at least 1.5 to 2 inch overhang either side of this square cut. So we're good there and we're good here. So make a mark and draw an arrow down. That's indicating to you that you need to cut this line all the way down to the bottom of the plasterboard. And what you do then is turn it over, and you're looking for the same 2 inch overhang. So we're right here and we need the same on here. So then we'll draw another line and an arrow for the direction of the cut. Using the two marks we've just made on the plasterboard, we need to use either a taping knife or a straight edge to draw two straight lines, that one that way and that one that way. This is the piece that we want. So what we need to do now is use our Stanley knife and follow that line and pop this piece out. The easiest way to do that is to just place your knife in the plasterboard. You don't need to push in too hard, and just gently pull your knife to score the plasterboard. Once you've scored the plasterboard on one line, don't score the second line, just do one line at a time, and I'll show you why. Is once the line's in, just tap your plasterboard and it will fold. Then get your knife and completely go the whole length of the fold and it will come apart. Next, go to your second line, score across, pick the plasterboard up, give it a bit of a knot, it will fold, run your knife down the seam, and there we have it, the piece that we want. Using your nice cut piece of drywall, we now want to offer it up to the square hole in the wall and make a few marks. You do that by checking that we still have that 1.5 inch to 2 inch overhang either side of this hole, which we have, and the same here. And then what we do is we offer it back up, make sure we've got the overhang, and where we've got the straight edges of this hole, we want to make a mark, but we want to come in 1/4 inch or a couple of mil, whichever you understand. So we made the 2 marks, and remember to always draw the arrows, because then you know where you're going to be cutting. So that's them 2 marks. Then move your patch to the left or to the right, whichever is easiest for you, and then make sure you have that 1.5 to 2 inch overhang. And then we don't want to go directly on the line, we want to come in 1/4 inch or a couple of mil, make a mark, same here, and then make sure you put your arrows so you know which way you're going to be cutting it. Using the taping knife again, folks, we want to place it on one of those arrows and draw a straight line. Then find the next arrow and draw a straight line. And that area there should go straight into the hole that is in the wall. But before we get to that stage, we need to score down these lines with the knife. So like I said, it is just pop your knife in, gently score, same again, gently score. And what we're going to do this time is not going to completely pop it like that. What we want to do is gently, you do like you sort of fold it and slide the plasterboard off the paper. We want to keep this bit intact. Make sure you don't rip that off, that's the bit we need. So we do the same again to the other side where we scored it, and then we just gently peel away. Can be a bit difficult at first. Just gently peel away the plaster from the backing paper. Like that. And next we want to score down these 2 lines here and do the exact same. Peel this plaster away from this paper. So I'll just quickly do that. Gently score. Again on that side. Pop it and just gently peel off the plaster. Pop it again, same on this one, and just gently peel away the plaster. Don't worry about it not being neat. Sometimes it's quite difficult to get the plaster actually off this backing paper. And there we have what we call a California drywall patch. In step 4, now you have your California drywall patch, you need to offer it up to the square hole in the wall we made earlier to see if it fits. Sometimes it can be quite hard to get in the hole, so what you have to do is either get a Stanley knife or your drywall saw, just gently fettle the side of the hole. Don't ever adjust this. Keep this as it is because you can easily rip the backing paper on the patch. So just run your knife or your saw across the square hole that we've made earlier, and then hopefully the patch will slide straight in. Look at that. Moving on to step 5, folks, you need to get your hawk, your easy fill, and you need to turn it into a moon crater because we're going to be placing water in this area, preferably hot water. I'm using Easy Fill 60 and it usually takes about 60 minutes to dry, but if you add hot water to the mix it speeds up the reaction time, so you're looking at about half an hour to 40 minutes, which is perfect for getting this patch in and sorted. So stick your hot water tap on, run it until hot water starts coming through, turn it off slightly. Be careful with your hawk so you don't spill all your filler, and just gently put a bit of hot water in there. Using your putty knife, just pick the filler up and just keep sprinkling it over the water in the middle. Now your Easy Fill is all mixed up and ready. Step 6, we want to apply Easy Fill to each edge of this hole, just like this. Then what you want to do is grab your patch, just get some Easy Fill, and you want to place your Easy Fill on each side of this patch. What this stops is little air bubbles forming in the edges when we put it on this hole. So what it looks like now, folks, that's your patch. What you need to do now is place your patch into the hole using your filling knife. On each corner, just push it flush, because that ensures the patch fits flush with this plasterboard. Just gently keep working it in, and then what you want to do is just gently push the sides of the patch down against the plasterboard. And removing any excess Easy Fill. Moving on to step 7, guys. Grab hold of your 12-inch taping knife, and what we're going to do is skim coat that patch. Now folks, we leave that to dry and then we can apply a second coat. Before we put that second coat of filler on, we just need to give this first coat a good rub down. So guys, just a quick tip before we put the second coat on. If you're a bit unsure about mixing on the hawk, because it can be quite tricky, just grab yourself an old Chinese container, put your easy fill in it, give it a good mix till it looks like whipped cream, and then you can transfer it onto your hawk, and then you can start putting your second coat on. If you've used that little tip I've just shown you of mixing your easy fill in the Chinese container, once you transfer it to your hawk, just make sure you give it a good mix on your hawk, spread it out, and just make sure there's no dry bits in your filler. And then we can start whacking it on. And that, folks, is the second coat. Pretty easy, to be honest. Just going to let it dry, then we can rub it down, and then it's ready to paint. And that's the end result, folks. Not bad at all. And just to reassure you, this is the same plasterboard I did the repair on. I'm just going to quickly bomb you around this corner. There's a California drywall patch. And there's the result. Not bad at all. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, could you please give it a big thumbs up? It would mean the world to me if you could hit that subscribe button as well, and the bell notification button, which will alert you every time I upload a new video. I'm aiming for every Sunday. Saturday was my choice, but sometimes my working week carries on into the Saturday morning. It's a shame, don't get a weekend off, but hey ho. But if you did like the video, please leave a comment as well. And if there's anything else you're struggling with around the home, let me know what it is, and I'll try and make a video on that, and hopefully see some of you in the next video. And thanks again for watching, it means the world to me. Cheers.